Bushwacker, also known as Carl Burbank, possesses the abilities of a trained assassin, hand-to-hand combatant, and infiltrator, familiarity with the workings of international intelligence agencies and their methods, and the ability to reshape cybernetic arms into various ballistic weapons and a flamethrower.
Primarily known as a foe of Daredevil, Bushwacker has also clashed with the Punisher and Wolverine.
Originally a priest, Carl Burbank abandoned his vows following the drug-related deaths of young parishioners. He joined the CIA, which outfitted him with a cybernetic arm, and made him an assassin under the codename Bushwacker, but ultimately he became a freelancer. At some point, an event took place that compelled Bushwacker to begin a war against all mutants.
Bushwacker began hunting and assassinating mutants, most often those mutants whose abilities Bushwacker perceived as making them especially talented in the arts. Bushwacker also claimed that he was paid large sums of money to kill mutants, but this has not yet been verified. Wolverine learned of Bushwacker's activities and began to hunt the killer.
At the same time, Bushwacker's wife Marilyn believed her husband was insane and needed to be placed in a hospital. She sought aid from lawyer Matt Murdock. Bushwacker was tracked down and defeated by Wolverine and Daredevil, which left the right side of his face horribly scarred, and he was placed in police custody.
Later, Bushwacker joined with Typhoid Mary and other adversaries of Daredevil in a plan to kill their common foe. After the completion of the plan, Bushwacker was left to his own activities. Entering the Kingpin's employ, Burbank attacked the Punisher and was left for dead.
It was during this time that his wife finally left him. He reappeared in the employ of drug lord Nick Lambert, who hired Bushwacker to kill reporter Ben Urich, who was about to run a story of his illegal activities. Instead, when Bushwacker learned the truth, he allowed Urich to live and to complete the exposé.
However, the drug lord managed to bribe himself out of jail. Bushwacker then killed him. Bushwacker was later freed by Deathlock from captivity by Mechadoom.
Subsequent activities brought him into conflict with Daredevil, Nomad, the Punisher, Boomerang, and Elektra. His clash with Nomad was over the life of a baby that Nomad had taken under his care, whom Bushwacker believed to be the daughter of Troy Donahue, Burbank's ex-brother-in-law. She was in fact the daughter of Nomad's foe, the drug lord Umberto Sefilios, and a teenaged prostitute. Bushwacker hoped that his wife would approve of his rescue and welcome him back into her life.
In prison, in the supercriminal holding facility, the Raft, Burbank escaped during the mass breakout engineered by Electro. Burbank was subsequently employed by the Jackal to kill the Punisher, but was defeated once again by Daredevil. Following this, Bushwacker created a disturbance in downtown Manhattan and took a woman hostage to lure the Punisher out of hiding and kill him.
The Punisher showed up as expected, but as it turns out, G.W. Bridge arranged the incident in Times Square with Bushwacker to ambush and capture the Punisher. Although complications arose by an on-site NYPD officer, the incident fell through, the Punisher escaped, and Bushwacker was defeated by S.H.I.E.L.D. operative G.W. Bridge and put back in jail. The Hood has hired him as part of his criminal organization to take advantage of the split in the superhero community caused by the Superhuman Registration Act.
He helped them fight the new Avengers, but was taken down by Doctor Strange. As part of the Hood's gang, he later joins the fight against the Skrull invading force in New York City. He was with the Hood when he presented the Scorpion costume to whichever crook impressed him until the party was crashed by Scorpion, who stole the costume.
Bushwacker was seen during the Siege of Asgard as part of the Hood crime syndicate. Soon after, Bushwacker was apparently killed by Wolverine after an assassination attempt on him and Domino. He was killed with a middle claw to the throat.
During what's known as the Civil War incident, Kingpin encounters Bushwacker in San Francisco. Bushwacker's right arm has been altered bionically so it can turn into a gun. or a flamethrower. It could fire bullets from his index finger as if his hand were a pistol.
Using his left hand, he can alter the configuration of his right arm, allowing it to function in several modes that replicate the effects of a number of weapons, including a machine gun and a shotgun. He employs powerful gadgets and weapons, most notably a flamethrower, all of which can be created by the mechanical prostheses that have replaced his forearms. He manages to load the weapons by swallowing ammo, such as bullets or flamethrower fuel.
Bushwacker's skin can liquefy to seal wounds. There have been some further alterations, having Bushwacker able to use highly concussive energy weaponry, very similar to that of Iron Man or War Machine, and even be able to morph his arm into blades as a last resort. In one instance, it was implied that his powers are actually a natural mutation, making the assassin himself one of the mutants he hates so much.
However, this is contradicted by his other altercations, which identify the origins of his powers as cybernetics. Bushwacker has been trained in CIA hand-to-hand combat techniques, and is trained in infiltration and assassination. He also has familiarity with the workings of international intelligence agencies and their methods.